Hello, I am your host, Judy Jewett. We are with Real Business Breakthrough Show. Today I have an exciting guest, so stay tuned to hear all about what we're going to tell you today. Our guest today is Phil Wilson. He is involved in the health food industry since 1973. He started to promote herbal vitamins then. In 1980, he opened the Momentum 98 Natural Health Store and Distributing Company in Columbus, Ohio. And I know Phil from Ohio because that is where I'm from. I met Phil about 7 years ago. So let me just tell you a little bit about him, and then we're going to jump right in about what this show is about. In 2002, Phil started to use and promote the Relax Far Infrared Sauna. It takes the majority of his business efforts to run. He has put the Relax Sauna on the United States map, selling over 30,000 Relax saunas in the last 20 years and just 4,000 saunas in 2021 last year. So, with that, I want to bring on our guest, Phil Wilson. Hello, Phil.
Hi there. Hi, Judy. Good to see you.
Yes, really good to see you. I'm really glad that you agreed to come on as my guest. Phil is very busy and is, as you can tell, 30,000 saunas. He runs his store. He's also writing a book, and he will be back on as a guest when he has published his book. The name of his books, I want you to, when you hear it, you're going to say, oh, yeah, I remember Judy mentioned it. It's called Pictures of the Mind, Freeing Yourself from Beliefs That No Longer Serves You. It is expected to release later this year. Now, I could go on and on about that, but we're here to talk about something else today that everybody needs to know about, and everyone really needs to have one of these saunas in their home. I have one, so I can testify to it. So, Phil, tell us more about the sauna. Why did you even get involved in saunas?
Well, as a youth, as a teenager, I experienced doing saunas. I'm not sure how or when, but I just loved the invigoration I felt of sitting there, and just every time sweat dropped off my body, my back, I just felt so invigorated. And so I was at a spa show in Las Vegas after we had another show about 2001 or so, 2000, and I said, oh my gosh, one of my massage tool suppliers had a portable sauna. And I said, I can't believe you can have a sauna in your home. Oh my gosh, this is like a child on Christmas morning. And so a year later, I was able to afford one. I ordered it, and I just totally loved it. I would get in it. I would take the little junky chair out. This isn't the relax sauna, it was another one, and had a little camping chair in it. I would just sit on the floor, and it would take me about 18 minutes to start. In about 55 minutes, I was having a pretty good sweat. And then a year later, I got a phone call from Taiwan, and they said, we have the relax sauna. It's the technology is more advanced, and it's more effective and more therapeutic than any of the other saunas. And so I said, fine, send me one. And they did. And I paid for them, and night and day difference, night and day. Instantly it heated up. In 8 minutes, you were sweating. In 20 minutes, a totally complete sweat. Actually, in 15 minutes, I was dripping. In 20 minutes, I was drenched. And so I started promoting these more so than the other sauna. The other sauna, I only sold 6 saunas the first year, and we sold a whopping 24 saunas the first year, and 60 the next year, and 120 the next year. That was back in the early 2000s. And now, like you said, we sold 4,000 saunas in 2021.
So let's really dive into why that the viewers, listeners really want to hear about the sauna because it this is really getting catching people's mind, right? So why is it important? Well, let me go back and several things. You've already said that the saunas are different, but this was a far infrared relaxing sauna. Explain
Yeah.
why that's different than if you go to the gym and you sit in a sauna or you happen to be a homeowner with a sauna. Explain the difference.
Well, there are three kinds of saunas. There are the traditional Finnish saunas, which are excellent, and they give you a good sweat. They're similar in a sense to sweat lodges, which uses the heat. They don't use energy medicine. And there's a book called Detoxify or Die by Dr. Sherry Rogers, and in it she basically created an industry with her book Detoxify or Die. Dr. Sherry Rogers was a medical doctor, an environmental medical doctor, and people um, with multiple chemical sensitivities and environmental issues would come to her left for dead by the medical establishment. She used far infrared saunas. I'd say the book is about 300 pages, and about 150, 200 pages is all about far infrared saunas. And she calls them the superior saunas because they work with energy medicine. And what they do is they increase your body temperature. They increase your body temperature by giving a particular wavelength or frequency of light that's the same as your body, as all mammals, and specifically the same as the water molecules in your body. And far infrared saunas work with the way a washing machine works. The water from goes in the clothes, which are solid, yet the water goes in and penetrates throughout the whole clothes, and we call it wet. It saturates the clothes with water. We call it wet, and that has a sense of cleaning out every fiber of the cloth, and the clothing comes out really clean. Well, we do the same thing in a far infrared sauna with the human body. The far infrared energy resonates with the water molecules. It penetrates deeply, like you go out into the sun, you go outside in the sun, close your eyes, and you feel this incredible energy in your body. It penetrates to the bone, and there's such a feeling of relief. And oh my God, you feel so good. Now that's different from the hot on your skin. That's ultraviolet light causes that. Ultraviolet light gets the sand hot, but the far infrared penetrates deeply into the sand 2 inches. And if there's any turtle eggs floating around just underneath the sand, it will actually resonate with the water in the turtle eggs and create a body temperature. The egg temperature will increase and the embryo will start growing, and you'll have a turtle in no time. And that's because of the far infrared. It's energy medicine. It's not heat. Chickens lay on eggs. It's not the heat. It's the far infrared energy that all mammals and all humans generate. When you hug someone, they feel warm. That's the far infrared energy. And that gives you feeling of warmth. And when you get into the relaxed sauna, about 15, 16 years ago, two young women in their early 20s both said, like 2 hours apart, independent of each other, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm being hugged by my grandma. And so you get this feeling of
Oh,
warmth and lovingness.
I really love my sauna, and I can attest to that it feels really good. All of a sudden, you're in it, and you can just feel your energy increase. And it takes a lot to make me sweat. So this is now my energy, my metabolism has increased, and I stay warm most of the time. And I will keep my office just at home a little bit cooler because then I can get into the sauna and stand 20 minutes because it's amazing, like you say. You really, and you can feel it. It's like you've exercised, right? And when you get done exercising and you're really perspiring, it takes hours to recover from not in a bad way, in a good way, right? For
Yeah.
your body's energized for it to just feel more balanced. I mean, I mean, what I'm trying to say is your body feels balanced, but the results of the sauna is like you just ran.
Yeah, it feels
That's
like
what I'm trying to say. And then
right.
it takes a while, yeah, for your body to cool down.
The exercise you have is, they say, is equivalent to a 6 mile run or a 45-minute workout, and you continue to sweat and detoxify after you've done a 20-minute sweat. If you can refrain from doing a shower, if you have to take a shower, fine, but if you towel dry, you'll continue to sweat for another 10 or 20 minutes because your body is heated up. See, Hippocrates put it this way back in Grecian times. He said, I can cure you. All I have to do is to get you to create sweat or a fever. If I can create a fever or sweat in you, I can heal you of all your maladies, everything. And that was his secret, getting you. It's like a fever. A fever is a really healthy thing, and the far infrared sauna. The whole purpose of it is hyperthermia. Now, in Germany, where they've done a lot of research, if they could get your body temperature up to 105, 106, all parasites, all cancer cells, everything will die. If you get it up to 107, 108, the body will die. So it's a fine line. However, by using the relaxed far infrared sauna regularly or daily, you're going to have a lot of the same kind of effects, but a little bit slower, not immediate, and certainly with no danger whatsoever. And that's a beauty of the relaxed sauna.
That's really important. You know, we're in a very toxic world of heavy metals and you know, that just a lot of energy, 5D, you know, with the towers. And then our food is so processed and we have so many chemicals on it. And with GMO and stuff, that it's really important that we do everything we can, right? To keep our body balanced. And I do believe the detoxing, one thing, if you eat a lot of sugar or you're eating carbs, you're eating something that's causing a little bit of swelling and inflammation, the sauna really helps you recover faster from that. So for
It
people
it
out
does
there,
that.
it absolutely helps. It helps, and it speeds up your metabolism. That's a big deal to me
That
because I
that's what it does. See, basically, if you can increase body temperature, which is another name for a fever. And the relaxed sauna, there's a study on reddit.com that the guy did a personal study, and he found that he would increase his body temperature 3.2 degrees in 25 minutes using the relaxed sauna. And the internal biometrics, the heart rate variability, it actually exceeded what the research on far infrared saunas uh, says it will do. And there's about 60 articles on PubMed.com researched
wow.
since 1960. But the interesting point is, he first, before he got the relaxed sauna, to get his incredible results that surprised him in a really good way, he bought a $250 and then a $500 Amazon sauna, and they did not do at all what the research said far infrared saunas would do. They were not able to increase the body temperature more than a half a degree. And when you work out, you're not going to increase the body temperature that much. When you um, do a vigorous exercise and all that, the toxin, or if you even do a Finnish sauna where it just heats the outside of the temperature, you're not going to increase your body temperature that much, and hence you're not going to penetrate deeply, and you're not going to rev up and massage and spin and vibrate every cell of your body, especially the water cells, and you're not going to get the toxic dumping you do with the relaxed far infrared sauna, more so, significantly more than any infrared sauna. Now, the difference between an infrared sauna or a full spectrum sauna is which they, as a marketing ploy, they say my infrared sauna is a full spectrum sauna. And see, that's actually counterintuitive, because it's the far infrared energy between, there's a certain wavelength. It happens to be between 4 and 14 microns, but let's just say it's the loving light is the far infrared sauna. The loving light is the far infrared light that resonates with your water molecules and has an impact on our bodies to create that increase in body temperature. The near infrared, the mid infrared, and the far infrared that's not in that specific frequency wavelength, that has very little effect on the detoxifying effect of the sauna. And so calling it a full spectrum sauna is sort of like, what is that? It's like Quaker Oats started calling their stuff natural way back in 1970, and natural oil is natural. Everything in the world is natural. So, it's almost humorous. And then people say, well, this is full spectrum. Well, full spectrum light bulbs is a whole lot different, because they're 5,000 or 6,500 Kelvin, and that's the whole light. So your body's going to respond to that. But a regular light bulb that's not full spectrum, but full spectrum infrared doesn't mean anything. And so people get confused. What you want is, you want to know, can this sauna increase my body temperature? And that's why Rebecca Harder, who wrote the book Gastro Girl, which is she's a colon hydrotherapist, and she says saving the world one colon at a time. And her book Gastro Girl is a compendium of, it talks about castor oil, it talks about ozone, hyperbaric oxygen, rebounding, inversion machines, and she's got 15, 16 pages on far infrared saunas. And she says a far infrared sauna is an absolute necessity, a necessity for every home, because we live in a toxic world, as you indicated. We have pesticides, we have EMF. If you have EMF poisoning, or you've been damaged by microwave EMF energy, you get in the relaxed sauna, because the far infrared energy from the relaxed sauna will antidote or repair the damage done by microwave energy. If you have a sunburn of a pain of a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you would think, oh, I don't want to go into that hot sauna. No, you go into the relaxed sauna, and the pain will go away in 5 minutes. The sunburn pain will go away. And that's counterintuitive in a sense, because the sunburn is caused by excess ultraviolet light, and the far infrared light balances it out. And so it sort of heals the body.
That's really fascinating. I mean, guys, she sold 4,000 of these last year, 30,000. That's really impressive. And, like you
We go to
said,
shows. We go to doctor shows. We have a lot of well-known alternative doctors who have been in many wooden saunas. Dr. Robert O. Young, he wrote the pH Miracle. When he first saw our sauna, he couldn't believe, because he's got $35,000 saunas in his garage now, and he uses the relaxed sauna every day. So do many other well-known alternative medical doctors and health professionals. They prefer the relaxed sauna. They've been many, many different saunas, and it's like Rebecca Harder in her book Gastro Girl says, for 10 years she was selling wooden saunas out of her hyperbaric oxygen clinic and her colon hydrotherapy clinic. And then she just turned her nose when she saw the relaxed sauna. Well, it certainly couldn't be as good as these beautiful, gorgeous wooden saunas with all the bells and whistles. No way. Then she got in after 10 years. And in 3 minutes, she could feel the love. She could feel the
wow,
difference.
feel the
See,
difference with these saunas.
yeah,
You've got one right behind you.
yeah, right there.
Um, so it comes with a chair.
Yes, it comes with a folding chair that's very comfortable. It's not a $5 camping chair, and it's made with nylon and stainless steel. It's a very comfortable chair. It's not perfect, but it works for 98% of the people.
I'll tell, and the reason, I mean, we're talking about this is the importance of our health, but for entrepreneurs and business owners, we need to release some of our stress too.
Yes.
And just getting into the sauna will start relaxing you. And the fact that it's only here, sitting in it, it makes it nice because I can be on my phone. You have the zippers on it, and I can be out here. One day I did all this texting, like 20 minutes of texting. I may pull up my computer, I have a table near it. I may pull up the computer, I may read a book, or I may just kind of meditate. It's whatever, because I try to do it twice a day. It doesn't always work that way, but as long as I'm home, I do it every day. Um,
I loved what Dr. Christiane Northrup, she's a well-known, she wrote the book Wisdom of Menopause. And I met her 14 years ago at the Louise Hay conference, the I Can Do It conference. And she got a sauna a couple days later, but before she got it, she says, I can't believe how good it feels in 30 seconds, and my hair doesn't get messed up.
yeah, yeah, that is true, and that does really, really make it nice. So let's talk a little bit about this, because from what we're talking about, I don't want the listeners to be discouraged, because we're comparing this very similar to a $5,000, $30,000 sauna, and I want the viewer listeners to understand this is extremely affordable. That's why
Yes,
I bought one.
yes, right.
Because yes, because I've known you for a long time, and I've gone to fairs or exhibits of wherever you have them, and I sit in them, and like all of a sudden the light bulb went off this year, and it's like, why don't I have one? It's like I really
Yeah.
need it. So that's why then I contacted you and got one. So the price, like I said, is very affordable. Can we tell people where they can go
Yes.
find it?
The relaxed sauna is a $2,000 sauna. It's not a 300, 500, 900, or $1,100 portable sauna that uses the carbon panels that you can get in China. That are all the saunas use carbon panels. The technology in the relaxed sauna is totally different. It's a $2,000 sauna in US dollars in Taiwan, but in the United States we sell it online for $1,500.
Wow.
Okay. And the we have a black sauna tent version also that's mainly pizzazz. It does maybe retain the heat a little bit better and reflect it. And I'll talk about the reflection in a little bit. But the relaxed sauna black sauna tent, that's $2,100 online. It sells for 3,000 in Taiwan. But the so it's 1,500 for the silver sauna. We also have a lie down sauna, and we have a professional model lamp that sells for 1,400 online. Now, if they use the code that REAL, R-E-A-L, they can save $100. That means that they saw this video, and that'll be good till the end of September of 2022.
Thank you very much. I
Yes.
appreciate your generosity
Yeah.
to give that extra discount if somebody orders in the next 2 weeks. That is wonderful, wonderful. Because I know, I see you around the country, and yes, I mean, you're still, 1,500 is a really, really good price.
Even 2000, because see, when you compare it to a $5,000, $6,000 wooden sauna, and this is for your health. It's not to socialize. It's not to be getting naked with a friend. This is for your health and to increase your body temperature, to detoxify you, to increase the circulation, to get rid of inflammation, to get rid of pain, to relax you. It activates the parasympathetic. It oxygenates the whole body, and that's it's like ozone or oxygen products. The purpose of the sauna is to oxygenate the body because that does two things. It kills the parasites and the spirochetes for people who have Lyme disease, but it also activates the mitochondria to create ATP and nitric oxide, so it energizes you. And people go in the relaxed sauna and they say, this is a conundrum, this is an oxymoron. How come I feel so relaxed and yet I'm feeling energized? There's a lady in 6 years ago from North Carolina. She and her husband had a $6,000 wooden sauna in their office in their home, and she got in the relaxed sauna at this mental health conference. And she did it in her bathing suit for half an hour, came back an hour later and said, Phil, after 8 to 10 minutes, and that's about when you start sweating, after about 8 to 10 minutes in the relaxed sauna, I experienced the deepest, most profound sense of relaxation that I've ever had in my life. The relaxed sauna gives you freedom, joy, clarity of mind, calmness, groundedness, and connects you to the divine more so than any other sauna, because our technology is unique. It took 10 years to develop the technology. It's not a carbon panel. It's a semiconductor chip. There's 20 of them in each of the radiators, and it sends off a frequency of light that is like coming home to mother. It feels so warm, and it's reflected by the silver tent inside. Light is reflected by a mirror, and you have to sit in front of the panels of far infrared to work, because it's the light, the invisible light, is the energy coming at you, not the heat. And the relaxed sauna, by having the silver all around the tent on the outside or the inside, it doesn't matter, because far infrared goes through clothes, because when you go out to the sun on a hot day, you could feel it through your clothes. And so you have every single part of your body in the relaxed sauna is receiving constantly this healing, loving light, and it just warms you and
Okay,
softens you.
I love that because we all want to be loved. We all want to feel soft. We all want to feel secure and all that. But I want to talk about sleep. I have been sleeping a lot better than I have
the
been. Is that part of the sauna?
the first year we were selling the sauna back in 2002, 2003, I must have had 3 or 4 incidents where people said, I never can sleep at a hotel in a bed that's foreign to me, and I couldn't believe I slept better in this hotel after being 5 or 7 minutes in the relaxed sauna than I have ever had in my life. Another lady, she bought a sauna. We took it up to her hotel room. She came down the next morning as if she was complaining. She says, I want to tell you that I have never slept better in my life.
Yeah, I've had some problems with sleeping, waking up in the middle of the night, and this has been going on probably more intensely since COVID, since 2020. And then it becomes a habit, right? You wake up
Yeah,
every 2 hours,
right.
and I am sleeping almost like a baby. I could have several times a week where I just was not rested, and it was hard during the day. And I did have one time this week that had nothing to do. It was something else that I was so energized with. But I'm telling you, I sleep hard. I am sleeping, and I don't even set my alarm clock. I just wake up, and I sometimes I have to set it because I'm sleeping. I'm just sleeping more deeply. Let me ask you about weight loss, because I saw an article or a book or something at one of your shows that people lose weight when they use the sauna. So
We
tell us
have
about that.
one lady, she came back to me a couple of years after she bought the sauna, and she says, I was 250 pounds when I bought my sauna. Over a 2 year period, I lost 100 pounds, 1 pound a week for 2 years, and I'm at 150 right now. 2 other friends of mine who work shows for me, both have lost 70 to 100 pounds in a short period of time. Um, if you need to lose weight, you will. If you don't need to lose weight, you won't. If you are a perfect weight, you're not going to lose weight. If your body has stuff in your body, inflammation, toxins, fats that protect you from the mercury that's in your body, they're protected by fat, so the mercury doesn't interfere, or the lead, or the antimony, or the cadmium, or whatever. and then the relaxed sauna emulsifies fats and it gets the toxins out of the body. See, you can stir up toxins, and this is the big dilemma, is but you have to get them out of the body. And if you're a colon hydrotherapist or you are doing a detox program, you can stir up the toxins and get them out of the liver, get them out of the kidney, get them out of wherever they are. But if you can't get them out of the body, then they just, it's like
Yeah,
musical chairs, they find another chair. So
yeah,
the
that's what I mean.
relaxed far infrared sauna gives those protocols the oomph to get it out. It gives it the oomph. And to anyone who does a detox program and does not use the relaxed far infrared sauna, or at least one of the other infrared saunas, which don't quite work as well, but still work, you know, the they're just not using all the tools that we've been
Right.
given in life.
Yeah, we have one more question for you, and our time is up. And I
Yeah.
apologize to the listeners because this show went on
Oh, the
longer than most
website
of
is
our shows.
relaxsaunas.com. We didn't mention that. They can
Say
go
it
to the
again.
website relaxsaunas with an S.com, relaxsaunas.com. And then they choose to purchase a relaxed sauna, either the silver, the black, or the lie down. And then there's a code in blue on the left. It says enter the code, and then you enter the code R.E.A.L. R.E.A.L. It can be capitalized or lowercase letters. It doesn't matter, and they'll get $100 off. And then they'll 50 shipping or whatever, and then they can order it.
And the price includes shipping, right?
Well, we're giving you $100 off, and so
Okay.
it's $1,500, and there is shipping to the
Okay.
United States or Canada.
Okay.
So yeah, it's $100 savings.
So
Uh,
it'll pay for anything. And people do, and then one more thing, you, you can travel with this sauna.
Yeah, it's portable, and that's, see, again, the difference between wooden saunas, the wooden infrared $5,000 saunas, is this is instant on. The relaxed sauna heats up in 30 seconds. In 8 minutes you're sweating. In 20 minutes you've had a complete sweat. You have an even distribution of the light. You don't have to sit in front of the panels. If you're sitting in front of the window, you're not getting any, because it mirrors it.
Thank you. That, yes, that is perfect. Thank you so much. Give us the website one more time, and I make sure that I'll go in and post it also.
Yeah, it's relaxed saunas with an S.com. Another website with lots of information and lots of testimonies that'll get you to a lot of the nitty gritty of the latest research is relaxsaunas.com / and then Superior, like the Lake Superior, just little lowercase SUPERIOR, or just simply relaxsaunas.com. And then you can learn. There's so much information there. This website pretty much has been active for over 20 years.
So it's a $2,000 sauna.
Yeah,
You sell it on your website for 1,500
right.
and use the code REAL, REAL, and Phil is going to give you an additional discount of $100. And that will, you can buy it anywhere in the world, wherever you are listening, watching this show. You ship all over the world, right?
And there's no tax in Ohio. I mean, there's no tax except in Ohio. And uh, and then, but yeah, we do ship. It does cost $300 or $500 to ship to other parts of the world. I think we charge $300 to ship to UK and Australia, and we would give you the Australian or the French model, or we would give you the model for your country, the 220 volt and the
Right,
right
you
plug.
have all that. Okay, well,
Yeah, the
thank
people in
you.
Taiwan. It's made in Taiwan, not China. And it took 10 years to do the research to get it right.
Right.
The
Phil,
goal was to get a hot springs in your home to give you that wonderful feeling.
and it is wonderful, and I want to thank you so much. I'm looking forward to having you back on when you have your book published.
Yes.
You are a brilliant man. You have so many gifts, and so many you're just an expert is all I can say. You're walking, talking encyclopedia as well. So thank you very much, and I look forward to continuing talking at some point. Thank you.
Thanks.